Well, welcome in, everyone.
Into 28 Days of Love. And I'm Kim.
And I'm Dr. New.
And we have some special guests here.
Oh,
you guys know him. You saw him last year. They've been supporting us for a couple of years, and it's just been a blessing. We just keep bringing them back because we feel like they've just been a blessing to our audience.
So much wisdom.
Lots of wisdom. Plus, we keep watching Garry doing so many awesome things, and we just want to know more. We're watching him online. We're watching him teach sessions, and there's just so many great things happening with this family. And we want to know.
Every time Lady Abigail opens her mouth, we're like taking notes.
So, so we are here with the Bwalya, right?
Yeah.
Bwalya. Can you say it?
Bwalya.
Bwalya.
Yes.
The L is
close. Like 80% close. Bwalya.
Bwalya.
Excellent.
There you go.
Bwalya. We got a victory. There you go. Wow.
So we are going to go ahead and get started. They are giving us their time and they have some special plans, but we're going to go ahead and get started on our questioning.
Yes.
This week we're focusing on purpose, legacy, and growing forward together. And we've got some questions for this amazing family. But maybe we should give them a minute to just tell us a little bit of what's going on with them, what they're doing.
Sure.
Won't you introduce yourself and just tell us a little something about yourself?
All right. So who do you want to take it up? I do or my wife does?
You can both go. It's up to you.
Yeah, like you have already introduced. My name is Abigail Bwalya, and this is my husband, Garry Bwalya. We come from Zambia, Africa, but right now we reside in Kansas. We were in Oklahoma, but now we are in Kansas. Yeah.
Oh, Kansas.
I forgot to tell you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, we're in Russell, Kansas, and I am privileged serving as a senior pastor in a Global Methodist church here. So, it's a missionary journey, and the Lord seems to be doing great things and teaching us a lot of things around the American Western context. So trying to learn and trying to teach at the same time. So.
Wow.
See, that's why we need to have them back every year, because we don't know what journey the Lord's taking them on. This time, they're in Kansas. Oh, my Lord. Right. Thank God.
Wow. So Kansas is pretty warm there, right?
Oh, it's been like a bit bipolar this last weekend. It was 40s, and then it went to 80s, and then now we are back into the 50s, and it was raining a couple of days ago. So
wow.
You never know what to expect in Kansas. So
you don't. You never know.
I love it.
So I'm going to jump right on with the first question. I'm so glad to hear that you are pastoring and doing just great things there. But my first question is, what shared purpose keeps your marriage moving forward? Especially, this is a great question now that you guys are in another place and doing new things. But what shared purpose keeps your marriage moving forward?
Well, so who do you want to pick that?
We're going to leave it up to you two.
Well, the first thing, like shared purpose, we first and foremost value the power of marriage, and we take it as marriage being a sanctified institution by the Lord, and that enough is purpose for us. And then now breaking it down to our context or lives, we kind of try to be supportive to one another. So basically laying our visions, our individual visions, and then seeing how much we play a part in that role, and just making sure we are being there for one another, because I believe, and we corporately believe, that marriage is an institution for completeness, where you get to look for one another and fit in that missing piece of your partner. So we're just kind of working around that, and it seems to be working well with us, because I believe she knows my values and some of the goals that I have in terms of my purpose, calling, and life, and she has also shared what really satisfies her or what she looks up to. So we kind of just try do a mix up and be there for one another, and making sure that we are the perfect fit for each other.
Right.
Good.
That's very true. I think most of the time we just, like he said, most of the time we just try to keep each other in everything that we do, so that nobody is behind, nobody is lost, or nobody is lacking behind on anything, and just making sure that every time we keep on revealing and sharing our goals, and just always keeping it keeping it straight, and always, if there's something that is coming in that has not been there, we want to share and give views on what's going on and what we are going to do.
And one thing before we move on to the next one thing we do is we have an intentional session which we call the purpose audit session. So
I love it.
We kind of, sometimes we don't want to assume things are going better or going well. So maybe every month or every other month we say, hey,
kind of just shaking.
Am I really being the one that you need to work with in this life, or you're thinking otherwise? So it's kind of an audit moment, but it helps us to become better. We don't wait for a quarrel or maybe a difference to kind of sit things on the table. We intentionally do stuff and say which areas we got to work on and what do we need to improve. So
I love that. I love that. I was going to ask you a follow-up question. I think you hit most of it. I was going to say, because you talked about having, individual purposes as well as your collective, covenant purpose. And I was going to say, how do you discuss them? How do you get them on the table so that you're both aware of the things that, that you're both shooting for or targeting for? So you mentioned your session that you have. Could you, is it prying too much to ask you to kind of give us some, I don't know, an outline? Like, how does that session usually go?
It might help some other people.
That's true. That's true. So usually the session is, sometimes it's planned, like maybe you could ask ourselves, like, what time do you think today we can just have the time where we can just talk, especially we have kids, so obviously it has to be the time when they are sleeping or something like that. And then that session really comes about, and we sit down, and sometimes we even get like a diary just to write things out, and and just speak things out.
Like, also just tell you a practical thing that we did early this year. Because we said, hey, we want to try and improve in an area. And so we got a book, and then we started reading together. So that book was kind of like something, a measuring line where we set our boundaries, because sometimes conversations can go haywire. You drag stuff from the past, and then you kind of lose your direction. So we try to make everything objective and say, hey, what are we talking about this month? Are we talking about how we spend money? So last month was more of
a book about money,
finances and stuff like that, and say, hey, what's your perspective about money? Because I don't want to assume she knows how I use the money. So I want to get into her mind to check how she thinks I need to do it. Vice versa, I gotta do that as well. So that kind of put us in a certain area. We saw what we were all best in and areas that we need to work on. So it's not like an offense when you see your friend do something, because you understand how they look. So pretty much that a typical example. We're planning to read a couple of more books. Just because we want to keep our conversations and our marriage development in a more practical and objective way.
And I think it's just like a good thing to understand that you are knowing something that your partner also is knowing, and we are able to review and make comments about it. So I think that was good.
Yes.
I think I really like the fact that you guys have titled this like basically a purpose-driven session where you guys can sit down and talk. And I think what I like the most is that it's not just conversations that you all have with your own opinion, but you take another person's book perspective where that's neutral. and then you can both learn from it and support each other on your feelings of concerning.
That's good.
I think that's amazing.
Yes,
like, I know people are enjoying that right there.
Yeah.
You had mentioned earlier about each other's dreams. I mean, each other's goals, some goals that you established. So how is it that you do support each other's dreams and goals, especially when Abigail may have other things that she's doing and you have things that you're doing? What is it that you do to support that person's dreams and goals?
So the first thing that happens is we kind of first talk about it. Like early this year, we kind of talked about what do you want to achieve as a person? What fulfills you as a person? And then I also present what fulfills me as a person. And then the question that continues is, how do you want me to play? What role would you want me to play?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So then she tells me, oh, for me, maybe I'll give an example. When I'm studying, I want you to help me with some kind of work, or maybe while I'm doing some work, I want you to help me with the kids. So that when I find the kids not in a certain shape, I don't ask her, because where I come from, like in Africa, there are certain things we think they are just for the women, okay?
Right.
Yeah. But here in America, everything is different. You never find me in the kitchen in Africa, but here you find me doing something here.
Right.
So, and remember, we can kind of keep it an African way, but the kids kind of have an American way. So
that's right.
We try to bring a balance.
That is amazing.
Right.
Yeah. So,
go ahead, Garry.
Yeah. So we kind of try learn from one another, and then just make sure that we are doing the right thing, because marriage is a learning process. We're not perfect. Every day we are learning each other. With age catching up and changing seasons, transitions, our physical being changes, our mental being changes, our emotional being changes. You might realize that your partner changed last week and you never knew. So this is why we're always intentional to make sure that, hey, what's changing in your life, and what's changing in your mind? Am I still the man of your dreams? Are you still the woman of my dreams? So kind of like that.
Gotcha.
That's so good.
Gotcha.
And we'll just continue to see you guys, excelling and growing simply because just you mentioning that in Africa it was one way, but because you came here, you realize it's different, and you're willing to adjust. The willingness to adjust, to be flexible in the things that help you all grow will make you, we'll just keep seeing you God continue to elevate both of you because of the willingness to adjust.
Right. Question for you. Because I know you're both visionary individuals, and I know you're locked on together and have had to work together. Since I've known you to come over here. I mean, and we talked about it before, how that was just a courageous, faith walk. So in your marriage, in your covenant, being such powerful people as individuals, you may have a vision for some of the things that you're to accomplish, your purpose that may be a more farther reaching or a little different as we just spoken, as we continue to change. How do you deal with that, or have you experienced that? Like, has Lady Abigail's vision expanded and you were unaware, or yours and she was unaware? And then when you talk about it, you hear those differences. How do you adjust and conversate and help each other with those, those expanding boundaries?
Yeah, go first, man.
I think most of the time, for us, even back in Zambia, we worked together, even back in Zambia. So coming here, and obviously sometimes when you have those things where your friend may not know how much you have gone ahead of something, of course, to start with, it brings a bit of misunderstandings. Where you can't just agree and see yourself on a certain level where you are agreeing and coming to understand. But with time, sometimes we give it time. That's another thing.
Okay.
Because when you give something time, you both have the way of how we are going to handle it, and think and process things nicely than to just handle everything at a go. So time also is a good thing. We factor in time, we give it time for your friend to understand what you're trying to do, and then you come back and talk about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also from a man's perspective, sometimes as men, we have this vision and we think, oh, our wives just need to support our vision.
Yes.
But for me, what has challenged me is I've learned a lot of things coming to America. And one of the things I've learned is that society is very individualistic, where the vision of the man is not particularly a vision of the lady. So, so in my setups and in my conversations, counseling different people, I realize that women also have things to kind of, so I've kind of toned down a bit in terms of wanting my way thing kind of happen. But one thing that we do is we set priorities. We look at both visions and we say which vision will accommodate us and what area in your vision will kind of accommodate both of us. If it is my area, that will give us more advantages to be in a safe space, to be in a place where we can progress. Then we prioritize that. If it's my area, then just like that. So one of the things we do is we have room for flexibility. Like we're not really shrewd to this vision, like, hey, until it happens, it just has to happen my way. No,
we're not very rigid.
No, we know.
I like that.
We just kind of try to be flexible and conversate. Hey, like recently, she needed to be in school, I needed to be in school, and I needed to be a pastor. So we weigh options. Which ones will bring more opportunities? And all that. So she gives in. So even when she's not doing as much, she doesn't feel like she's remaining behind. Why? Because that's a team effort. It's not my wish on the table. So it's important for couples really to put visions collectively from an individual perspective and then weigh which one encompasses and covers the whole vision and makes it one together. Because vision differ, and they, like my wife said, time also determines the difference in terms of vision. So
and sometimes it's not very easy, like when you're thinking of something to do and you want to just let it go. It's something that is not easy to do, like you just give it in and you say, okay, I'm gonna go with this and that. It's not easy, but like I said, with time you get to just reflect and just think it through and then come up with the best thing that will help both of you.
Yes.
I feel like what you guys shared was one of the questions a little bit down, and I'm going to go ahead with it and just see if you want to add anything else with it. One of the questions was, how has your marriage grown through challenges? And these sound like some challenges that you had to make some adjustments. Do you believe that because you guys were able to make some adjustment, that those are challenges that your marriage has grown leaps and bounds in?
Do you want me to go first? Yeah. Okay. Well, one of the things is just life in general is a challenge by nature.
Yes.
So one of the things we don't do, we try not to be optimistic. We also engage pessimistic. We try to be pessimistic as well. Kind of ask questions like, what if it doesn't happen? So you kind of plan on two ends. It's very common, especially in Christian homes, where people misuse faith and forget reality. But I believe faith is acknowledging reality and overriding it by the faith, thinking that God is going to do it. So you don't literally overlook the reality of things. You have the reality, but you also kind of work and say, with the reality of things being this way, we have faith that God can do things. So you have a two-way or two-legged situation. You are both pessimistic and then optimistic at the same time. Now, so some of the practical ways we handle our challenges is that you need to have timing of first speaking in what challenge you're dealing with. Because you don't just share any challenge at any time just because you're married. You kind of wait. Is my wife or my partner in the space that she can handle this challenge? Because I'll speak personally. There are some challenges that I think through and say, will my wife really handle this as a challenge, or is she in the state of managing this?
Yeah. So in short, you're talking about the atmosphere, the presence, like
you check
where you have to check where because you can come and talk to me maybe when I'm doing something and I just snap at you and I, because that's not a right space
it's not a right space.
Not the right time for you to do that.
So one of the things that has worked for us is that in the environment really matters. What environment are you in to share certain things? You cannot start talking about good things when you have maybe 5 envelopes of bills waiting for you, maybe. How do you start talking about that? Your friend is trying to process. How did this bill come up? How did we miss this? And then you bring on more other things that needs your mental stretch. How are you going to do that? You're going to receive a backlash from a partner who's supposed to support you. So you kind of wait, we're dealing with this at this time. Let it first go off and then we'll introduce it. Never a rush. Unless something is really emergent and urgent, and then we kind of address it like that.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
I think that you were going to say one. You can ask it.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I think I was going to ask a little bit about legacy. I know that you do a lot of deposits, with your leadership. I think I saw something a while ago. Lady Abigail was doing something. Did I see your name on something? Were you in a something with some women or something? It might have been months ago.
Maybe.
But anyway, I know that you two do a lot of deposit a lot in individuals' lives. So as you think about vision, as you think about your purpose and working together, what does that legacy look like? Is it 2 separate legacies? Is it the individual legacy? Both,
or your marital legacy? What do you hope to leave behind?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it must be our legacy, both of us. I think we would love to leave that behind. Not just. Of course, there are individual scores that are there that you inputs that you've put in, but of course, with marriage, we want to leave that both of us. The legacy must be for both of us. Yeah, because we've built it through good things, challenges. Yeah. So that would be for both of us.
And then talking about legacy, how we also look at it is in this way. Marriage is about oneness.
That's right.
It's not 2 people living together. It's 2 people becoming one, submitting to one another. That's what the Bible says.
That's right.
Yes.
So one of the things the privilege that we've had with my wife is we've developed our marriage and most of the things together. We came at a point where we didn't have individual stuff.
Good.
So it's kind of been easy for us to think what we're doing together. Yeah. Because when we were starting the marriage, nobody came with anything.
We were just young.
Yeah,
Too young people.
We're just like, hey, what do we want our marriage to be? Yeah. What do we want our home to be? So we kind of started building together.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
So that has kind of helped us without having an experience of being myself, me, myself, and I. No, we don't have that.
Good.
When it comes to family and when it comes to marriage. And then in building legacy, now that our kids are growing and are able to understand, we're kind of having teachings and trainings for them and giving them education about things that they don't know in our lives. And then they begin to know and prepare them to handle and manage some stuff. Yeah. So our 10-year-old son now, he's very sharp and he can understand a lot of things. When he can sit me on the table and tell me, hey, Dad, you don't do things maybe like this. There's a certain way he understands in his world, you see. So, so he has a lot of tough questions. So in those things now, you kind of try to build a system around the family that even a 10-year-old is able to remember and say, okay, in our home, This is how things, dad wanted it or mom wanted it. So it's an intentional process. We just don't build legacy and see it built. Every day we are telling them what to build. When we're acquiring something, we tell them why we acquire that and its purpose. Hey, why we do this is we are getting this for this purpose. This is in this purpose. It's going to have this name for this reason. So it kind of explain everything so that the kids don't just find they are rich by surprise or they are lacking by surprise. You have to understand and grow through the process.
So do you think that I'm going to call them legacy building activities, the things that you do that are legacy building, what type of impact, or if any, do you think they have on your covenant right now?
Yeah.
Type of impact.
The type of impact, they have a lot of impact because one of the things we understand is in building legacy, we understand our role in the impact that we are making. And one of the role that we are privileged to experience is the role of leaders. And we understand that we are leaders not to ourselves, but to also other people who are looking up to us. So this, our marriage is not just a marriage to us. It is also a service to the Lord. We've dedicated our home to serve God. And whatever we try to do to empower somebody, to encourage somebody. So the legacy is not just for us, my wife and I. No, it's God using us to build his work through our love. So that's one of the things that we do. And whatever comes to our name comes through a system that benefits us because we deserve the benefits, not because we own everything. No.
And I think, again, it's also for our children because I believe one day they will grow up, get married, and if they remember what used to happen in the house where they lived in, they will always mirror it and want to do what they saw mom and dad do the time we stayed together. So it is something that is very important, and it is impacting not only the outsiders but also the family, which is like our nuclear family, like our children.
And just before I forget this point, one of the things that we are also doing is we are integrating systems in everything that we are doing. And that draws the distinction between a family and a ministry. And that's one of the things we never did when we just started out, because everything was together.
Like together,
We were the ministry, we were the marriage. So there was no time for ministry, no time for marriage. It was just like we are there given to the Lord. But as we are developing, we are able to distinguish family from the ministry, from other businesses that are, so kind of give them a separate, so that we, even when legacy is being built, it's being built through a system that gives us and suggests those benefits. It's not automatic just because we are leading in a role, we have everything. No, we put even other people who we are building, people who are looking up to us, that they are part of the legacy. It's not just us. They're not building a kingdom for us. We are working in collaboration to ensure that God's work and God's ministry, the kingdom of God remains what it is. So we are very distinctive when it comes to family business, ministry business. My family time doesn't get in my ministry time now, or any other business time. It never does that, because that's the only way you can build legacy. And you can tell the children, this is for your family, this is for your church. So kids grow knowing that this is where my lines end.
Yes. Did you want to say something, Abigail?
No.
Okay. I wanted to make sure so that you guys know, I so agree with that, like 100%. Our beginning of this year's 28 Days of Love, we brought our kids back on. We brought our sons on, our daughters on one day, and we had conversations with our daughters so they can share what things in our marriage helped them in their marriage and their relationship. Then the next day we brought our sons on and we did the exact same things. So we agree 100% with that. We believe in having those conversations because what can happen, you can get so busy in the ministry that you forget about the family, the needs of the family, or you're so busy in the work world that you forget what's happening with the family. And we wanted to just do a touch-in and check-in because we go visit our kids and we look and see how they interact with their spouses and their children. And we are just so blessed. And we look for feedback from them, and they shared so much with us, brought us to tears, and it just blessed us to know that we were a blessing, you know, to their lives.
I think it really does. It just blesses the heart when the mother just sees like something in their children. It just blesses your soul.
Yes.
It does.
I'm glad that you guys, you know, unpacked a lot of that question. I was wanting hearers and viewers to think about when you do that legacy work, giving into others, pouring into others, is there a way to make that draw you closer?
Yeah.
You know, so I see one of the things you said is you separate them. So, you know, this time is for that time is for that. So there's no interference. Is there any blend? I don't know how to ask what I'm saying. Some of the work that we do together personally for others draws me closer to her.
Right.
So I'm wondering, have you experienced that? You know, intentionally, unintentionally? Like, what are your thoughts around that?
I think that is something that we have experienced, especially when you are like counseling somebody or trying to speak to a couple. There is always that time that makes you draw closer to your partner, because sometimes situations, problems that people go through, and you come to think about it with your partner and you say, oh my goodness, we did it in this way and God helped us to do it. So I think there are moments which really makes us come together in such a way. We do.
And just to add on that, you know, ministering to others, for example, if you maybe I'm approached or she's approached by somebody individually, like they want help, and then they bring it to me or I take it to her, that increases the knowledge base or the wisdom. So maybe there are moments where I've shared with her, hey, I have this situation, somebody reached out to me, how can I, do you think I can go it? And then she said, wait a minute, no, I think you could do it this other way. And then I find that the other way is more even better than what I was thinking. So imagine the impact. So once it goes and it has, and then you say, that was your idea. That's where the closeness comes in and the value of working together, because then you tap into the wisdom of your partner. But to some partners, they think they're almighty. They know it all. They don't share and they have things. And they just want to be they want to bring testimonies to their spouses. But marriage is different. Marriage is working together. Just being part of one another. We are a team. And everything we are doing must have your touch, must have my touch. And together, it must, you know, the beauty of being together is in what fulfillment or what addition does your partner. I think I wouldn't be with Abigail if she's not involved in what I'm doing. Or if she's just watching like a spectator. No, I wouldn't be. Then what's the worth of being with her? I need somebody who will challenge me, somebody who will at least put me in order when things don't look in order. And she's been doing exactly like that. You get what I mean? So there's a lot of back work that goes around from what people see. Hey, maybe people don't realize that there are times I change maybe outfits 2-3 times. Hey, that doesn't look well. She's behind it, you see. And then when I go out, they say, hey, you're looking good, but who chose the outfit? It's her. It's not me. So that confidence makes me feel, hey, I have somebody who looks at me as the world looks at me and makes me better out there. So I always want her to be close to me. But if I'm gonna do everything, then I'm not gonna trust and love the fact that she's with me.
I love that.
Wow.
I love that. I love that. I love how you said everything you do has to have her touch and your touch. When you said that, I pictured saw like a flower, a rose, but didn't have any color to it. And you touched one side and she touched the other side, and then all the color came in.
What color did it become?
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
It's like this one.
Oh, look. So good.
Yeah, I love that.
So what advice would you give to couples who about staying committed long term? What advice could you give them? Because there are people who are watching who are going to need some support and who are like maybe wavering. What would you and Abigail say to them to help encourage them?
Go first.
For me, I always tell people one thing which has worked for me and which has worked for both of us. One thing that I know that even when we were starting off, which lacked, but we built on it and we are still building, is communication. I always tell people, whenever there is a breakdown in communication, there is a problem. Because you wouldn't know what your friend is thinking about or what they're about to do. So the best way to our marriage as couples and people that are aspiring to get married is to put communication very important and very serious. You must be intentional on your communication, because without communication, there will be a lot of things that will fall apart, and it will be very hard to starting to bring those things back into place, instead of you making efforts to try and communicate at every level. It may seem a small little conversation, but it goes a long way when you communicate it rightly.
Love that.
And to add on to that, I always use this analogy, like marriage is like a software. Okay? Yeah, marriage is like a software.
Go ahead,
we love it. We're excited already, Gary. Go ahead.
You see, marriage is like a software. You can have an iPhone 12, but if the system that is in there or software that is in there is for an iPhone 12, it will run like an iPhone 12, okay? But if you do a software upgrade, you can update your iPhone 12 in an old case with an iPhone 17 software. Why? Because you've done an upgrade. So this is what I can tell married people. If you want your marriage to last longer, always do an upgrade. Do an upgrade. We're living in a time that is very sophisticated in terms of tech savvy things and just a lot of stuff that is happening, pressures of countries, economies, and stuff like that. You just never know. So you always want to upgrade yourselves and make sure that you are still dating the lady or the man that was relevant 20 years ago. Because if you don't upgrade, you find that you are dating an old person that has not with an old software. So now you start looking forward to wanting to buy a new phone, yet all you need is just an upgrade. So
just update it.
Love it.
You guys hear that out there? Just update the beautiful white husband you have.
Hit the update button.
Hit that update, like you said.
I love it.
Just that software. That's good.
Communicate while you're doing it.
Yes. So good.
Yes, indeed. Listen, I don't think that's usually the last question. You want to ask them what they're doing?
Yeah. Can you just give us a little bit about what it is you are doing right now and how people can reach you?
Well, like it is, we are a couple, we're working together. We've had experiences. The Lord has given us grace to continue overseeing and supporting the church back home that we planted in Zambia. And that church is thriving by the grace of God. We have a very powerful team that is managing, and time to time we get conversations that keep the work going. That's working perfect. We by God's grace, I'm also here like serving as a pastor. But in this season, one of the things that I'm doing is God gave me a burden to be a voice and just to share to fit into the gap that I'm seeing in the leadership area. Yeah, as a student of leadership, and also some of the experiences and my history that I've had, I feel I'm rightly fit to help somebody out there that wants to see themselves manage their work, their ministry in a way that is more not stressful, in a way that is more purposeful, where systems can be well applied, and also personal development. So if there's anybody out there in ministry about to set out in ministry, you're not sure whether God has called you or you're making a mistake, I would like to support that, because I come from that background where sometimes I never knew, what am I? What is God telling me? Where am I going? So with every lessons that I've learned now, it kind of positions me in a place where I'm supporting people, helping them become better at their calling, ministries and organizations. So you can follow me on this work. I'm putting it out through Facebook now. Do leadership insights and just personal development insights as well, that help people become better leaders and feel comfortable with what God is doing them. The area is different. The assignment still remains the same. So a call to purpose. Yes, sir.
Can you just tell us on Facebook where they can find you? Is it just your name?
Just my name, Garry Bwalya. Yeah. I have a website as well in my name, GarryBwalya.com. You can see what, so kind of trying to build it up and put some current stuff that is happening. So perfect. Besides wearing many hats, student, pastor, that's what I'm doing in terms of coaching as well, and just helping people to feel comfortable and confident in what God has called them to do. Yeah.
Awesome. How about you, Abigail? Do you have any ventures happening at this time?
Just personal development, and of course, still in school, still a student. So yeah, those are some of the things that I'm doing. Yeah.
That's new. You weren't in school.
Were you in school last year?
Yes, I was. I was just starting last year. I was because I do part-time school.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of like online school. Yeah.
Okay.
I did that at one time before. Newt was pretty much almost finished. And then I started part-time, and then we were taking care of the kids back and forth. So we know your journey. We know your sacrifice.
That's what's happening here.
Keep it going.
We're so excited for you all.
Keep it going. All right. Well, we'll keep you in our prayers.
Yeah.
Did you have something else?
No, I just want to thank you all. I think it's just a joy to watch each year something even greater happening with you all. And just remembering of when I first met you all and how Prophet Garry ministered to us and then ministered to my husband. My husband didn't even know him. And then I don't even know how much he remembers, but then later on he comes to a school where my husband, so God just worked it all out for us to be connected as friends. And I'm so excited to hear and to see when I see you all online teaching and doing things. It's exciting to me to watch God continue to develop you. And so I just pray his richest blessing upon your lives. I just pray that everything that he has shown you in a vision, or even when you were asleep, that you see it walk out. I just believe that there is so much more, and I cannot wait to witness what God has done and your sacrifices, what you've done over in Zambia and what you still do. I just believe God has found favor, given favor to you all. And there are doors open, platforms open, stages open, and microphones turned on for you to speak. And I just believe that wholeheartedly in the name of Jesus. And I partner with both of you. And I'm excited to see the women that Abigail speaks into their lives. I just cannot wait to see the goodness of the Lord among the land of the living, and the things that you will see in this season and those to come. We just bless your lives.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on with us for 28 Days of Love. Any last words before we sign off?
Yeah, just a prayer request. The leadership stuff that I'm doing, I'm also led to package it in a book. So I'm putting that together as a leadership book that is going to help and just be an answer to somebody's prayer. So pray for me for that, and any support through prayer. I would love that to be published as a gift to my graduation later this year. So,
oh, that's great.
I love it. I love it.
It will be. It will be.
It will be.
You just spoke it. It's so.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys and share stuff. We love it to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the platform. Yeah.
Likewise. And we're gonna have to make our way down.
I know. Kansas. Now we got to get ourselves to Kansas. We never made it to the
through Highway 70, and you're gonna get me.
There you go. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in and logging into 28 Days of Love. We will see you here tomorrow night.
Yes, it'll be tomorrow night
at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, and tomorrow night we have the Apostle Masons. The Apostle Masons, and we're super excited about.
I call him Barry. His name is actually Royal
and Demetrius Mason, and we're so excited to hear from them. All right, thank you. God bless you. We thank you. And you guys, when you see say the name Bwalya, I keep messing up the name. Bwalya. When you see the Wallas, make sure you follow them. Make sure you watch and see what God is doing in their lives. Thank you so much, and God bless you. You guys enjoy your dinner tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Marriage Minutes. And I'm Kim.
And I'm Dr. Yu. And today we're concluding our Through the Storm series with part 3, Growing Stronger Together After the Storm.
Listen, storms can leave a lot of change and debris in their wake. Just like a physical storm can alter the landscape, emotional storms in marriage can leave behind challenges and needs that have to be addressed. After a storm, there's often a period of time where cleanup and rebuilding is necessary. It's also true in the marriage. The aftermath of the storm is a critical or crucial time for growth and strengthening your relationship.
Yeah, see, here's 3 ways that we can grow stronger together even after the storm has passed.
First of all, reflect together. Take time to talk about what happened and how it impacted the both of you. Reflecting on the experience can help you understand each other's perspectives, and then you learn from the challenges that you face.
That's good. Here's the other thing. Clear the debris. Just like cleaning up after a physical storm, it's important to address any lingering issues, like forgive each other's past hurts, possibly. Seek counseling, maybe, or make practical changes to prevent future conflicts from happening.
Build a stronger foundation. Use this time to strengthen the foundation of your relationship. Recommit to your shared goals, values, and dreams. Spend quality time together and focus on nurturing your bond.
Remember, every storm has the potential to make you stronger if you face it together and learn from it.
Thanks for joining us for today's Marriage Minutes Through the Storm series. And we hope that these tips will help you to build, maintain, and cherish strong, healthy marriages.
You've been watching A Marriage Minute
with Kim
and Dr. Yu.
Remember, marriage is simple as pie.
I'll pray for you, you pray for me. With God on our side, we'll always be in love. Walk in love. As long as we stay, we will remain in His love. In His love. Trust and obey. For all